Welcome back, everybody. If you are watching Lethal Weapon on Fox right now, what's wrong with you?
What?
No, I'm kidding. Lethal Weapon is a show on Fox, right? And it's doing well. It's a profitable show by all accounts. But they are replacing the lead on it that's not Damon Wayans. His name is Clayne Crawford, which sounds made up. Let's be honest. They are not going to renew his contract for season 3. The show does well, but he was blamed for a director quitting. One time he was directing an episode and Damon Wayans was like, I'm sick, I can't come to work today. Essentially saying, I can't work with this guy when he's a director. And they're replacing him with a new character played by Seann William Scott.
So cute.
He's so adorable. Stifler from American Pie series, and he also is in Goon, which I guess you should watch. It's a lesser-known hockey movie that is actually pretty good. This is the statement from Clayne, fake name Crawford. He said, "It is true that I've been so that's a long one, but in it, it's true that I've been reprimanded twice during this past season. I am incredibly sorry if my passion for doing good work has ever made anyone feel less than celebrated for their efforts." What do you guys think? 5 words or less.
He was in A Walk to Remember. We got used to Dumbledore.
Way to resurrect Stifler's career.
Ooh, he got Stiflered.
A real quick shout out to Daron for comparing a changeover in cast in Lethal Weapon on Fox to the Harry Potter franchise.
What? Harry Potter was massive, and when I heard that the lead for Albus Dumbledore passed away and they were gonna have a new one, I was very upset. I didn't know if he would be able
Do you know
to
why?
reach the caliber.
And that was my only context for an actor being replaced prior to this
Hey,
story.
I was obsessed with Harry Potter.
At least in this one, they just didn't have him, the actor, back. In the Dumbledore thing, they killed the guy.
Yeah.
Can you believe they killed whatever Harris?
Brutal conspiracy theory.
The actor
They had to.
Harris,
Yeah.
who's the father.
It was the only way to get
Lane.
him to not be Dumbledore.
Well, first, I just want to give a shout out to the Wayans. I swear, that village just keeps working and working and working. The Wayans have been around for forever. The Wayans. I could be a Wayans. I'm Jason Wayans, in case you guys didn't know that. And his response, so he did 2 responses, right? He did, that one was the initial one. Then he also came back and did another one where he admits to being a douchebag.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
really?
Fill us in.
No, I think it's. I mean, maybe I saw. I could be wrong, but because he says that he was fired. He comes out and says I got fired.
He said essentially this is terrible news. The news was a little much for me to handle. It is bad, but he kind of gives his side of the story on what happened there. He said that he had to give part of his paycheck as a result of some of the issues that they faced.
You have to do some pretty. In order to get kicked off a series like Shannon Doherty and Charmed and a lot of stuff, you have to be really bad to get kicked off a series because there's a lot of negotiation that goes into hiring an actor to play.
Right.
You know, you have agents, it costs money for production. So for someone to not like you that much, or for you to be that much of an a-hole that they want to get rid of you, and when your other co-hosts are saying, you know what, I have chlamydia today, I'm not coming to work.
And not to forget rewrites too,
Absolutely.
because this is a pretty abrupt change. I went on his Instagram and he's getting a lot of support from some of his fellow actors. This is Clayne Crawford. 6 days ago, he had a post where he says it's like him shrugging on like a dock somewhere, and he's like, "When everyone seems to know your future, but you, zero communication with Fox or Warner Brothers. I hope I'm not fired. Dang." And then he said recently, as recently as 22 hours ago, he posted on his Instagram, "To my cast and crew, congratulations on season 3. To the fans, thank you for the overwhelming support and love. Riggs was a dream role and the experience will live with me forever. My heart is so full. Good luck next season." So it seems like he's trying to be really positive about this, but he did acknowledge in the statement that there was some
I saw,
reprimanding.
this is kind of a tangent, but there was a show that was in consideration at ABC that was The Greatest American Hero or something, and it would have been the first superhero show with an Indian American person playing the lead, and it didn't get picked up. And they were like throwing shade at the network, like what a missed opportunity and stuff. And I was thinking, you better watch yourself because they're not gonna hire you if you just shade it. Maybe your show was terrible. That's not all the.
That was a reboot though too. I heard about that. The Great American Hero was back in the 80s.
But it was a reboot. But to throw shade at that's the other way you could do it. You probably, for everyone's sake, because you never know why a show doesn't get picked up. It's probably not because they thought to themselves, this is an Indian American person. They already greenlit the, they already ordered the pilot.
He's been a working character actor for a while. I think he's playing it really smart in the sense that maybe things weren't going right for him right now. But if the show continues on, it has been a little bit of a success for Fox because I know they also tried to do a Rush Hour show and that didn't get picked up. So that Lethal Weapon is seeing a season 3. Network television, it is not as what it was. So it's a big deal that it's getting picked up. He's being smart. Perhaps they could have a cameo role for him in future seasons because whatever they do to his character, if they kill him off, then they're screwed.
Criminal Minds, Criminal Minds, Thomas Gibson, right? People, I heard he was a real piece of work to work with, and like Shamar Moore. Criminal Minds seems to have the most revolving door of stars that come and go and come and go and come back. But that show's still, you're right, that show's still doing its thing. So who knows? Maybe
don't burn a bridge because you don't know what door might open.
This industry's so small too.
Yeah. In terms of abruptness, the way that apparently they left this season cliffhanger was such that it was up in the air as to whether he'd come back, which must have freaked Clayne out a little bit.
Right.
But the idea also that the lethal weapon that they're talking about is Riggs. He is the unstable partner that just seems to find his way into trouble, but also that makes him such a good cop.
Right.
He is the lethal weapon.
Yeah.
I wonder what Seann William Scott must feel like coming into this set. Like,
I'm getting a check. Thank you. That's what he's feeling like.
Right.
And this press is really good too, because
Right.
people seem to be from what I've seen online, people are genuinely excited. They're like, oh, like I wasn't watching the show before, but Seann William Scott, where is he? I like him.
Right.
He's likable. What a guy. I'll tune in.
Yeah, it's always hard though when you come into a show or a movie where there's already such a huge fan base. So I hope that the fans that loved the first guy are gonna welcome him with open arms too, but it's hard. It's hard. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure coming into that.
Well, he's gonna be a new character, yes?
Yes, a new character that they're writing in.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of these? What are some of your favorite on-set blow-ups over the years? Have you seen any of them? Like the Christian Bale one jumps to mind. Have you ever been?
Katherine Heigl in Grey's Anatomy was like everything because I mean I'm a huge Grey's fan and yes it's still on, but that was one where I was.
Wait, so what was that one? I have never watched.
It's
Grey's.
cool. 2009, Katherine was nominated for an Emmy for her role as Isabel Stevens on Grey's, which was that season 5 epic. She felt the material didn't warrant that. So it was kind of a slap to Shonda's face, and also she had been hard to work with, really egotistical.
Wow.
But since then, you've seen what's happened to Shonda Rhimes' career right down the toilet, whereas Katherine Heigl to great glory.
Every show that Katherine was on, Dowd, Current State of Affairs, all flopped. All didn't, so you kind of.
She did throw some shade at the Knocked Up crew for being kind of misogynistic, and then you kind of have seen how things have developed in terms of like guy-driven comedies since then.